a survey of questions that I wrote myself, dodging the rain as it hit and miss. Got to spend a lot of time with my family. Got to get out and see a lot of nature at several different lakes. Was able to grill out on Sunday, and I basically made a smorgasbord. We used a park grill and it was very long. I cooked sauerkraut and sausage. I cooked Polishes with cheese. I cooked salmon for myself. Baked beans and stuffed mushrooms with crab meat and sour cream. And that was just on the grill. We also had 2 kinds of potato chips. We had cottage cheese and a salad. My wife is borderline diabetic, at least while she's pregnant, so she's monitoring it very closely and cutting out sweets almost completely. We're hoping that this is just while she's pregnant. But her grandpa and mother both have diabetes. Not serious enough for insulin shots, but they take medicine. So we'll have to see. Okay, I have a lot of questions, and I probably won't get to all of them in one whisper, because I want to answer them first. And I want to say, first and foremost, some of these questions are a little personal. And if you do a video response back to me, which I'm hoping you will, that's my purpose for this. And it doesn't have to be in a whisper. If you're not a whisperer and you still want to do this, feel free to record it in your regular voice. But I just want to say, first and foremost, there are some personal questions on here. I would prefer if you read the question and then answered it. But if you want to skip some that you're not comfortable with, that's fine. And also, I prefer detailed answers, but if you want to give short answers, that's quite okay too. So I want to get started here. Number 1, are you right or left-handed? I am right. Does it bother you? And what this means is, did you wish you were the opposite? Yes, I wanted to be left-handed. Or better yet, I wanted to be ambidextrous. My son is left-handed. I just wanted to be different, but that's okay, I guess. Number 2, do you drive with your right hand or your left hand, or both most of the time? Although I'm right-handed, I do drive usually with my left. Primarily because if I need to use my right hand for something else, like the cell phone or whatever, mess with the radio or whatever I need to do, so I drive left-handed usually. Number 3, how many times a day do you brush your teeth? I brush my teeth at least once in the morning, and sometimes at night as well. Generally not more than 2 times. On a personal note, before I get up close and personal with my wife, like with sex, I usually brush my teeth, regardless of how many times I already did it. Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get a night? I generally get about 7 to 8. This last week I was not sleeping well. I only got about 4 or 5, but last night was better. So I usually get the correct amount, 7 to 8. Number 5, how often do you get sex? My wife and I generally have sex about every 2 to 3 days. Number 6, How many miles a week do you put on your car or cars? We have 2 cars, and I would say that we probably combined put about 150 miles. My wife drives out of town to her mother's once a week, so but the other one is basically an in-town car unless we both need to be somewhere. Number 7, are you happy with your home life? Are you happy with your school or work life? Well, I'm done with school, and I'm not working yet, so all I can say is home life, and I'm happy in terms of being thankful. But with too much time on my hands, I do sometimes get a little down. But if I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I'm generally between a 7 and an 8, so not bad. Number 8, do you keep with modern technology? And I mean keep up to date with modern devices. And I try to if I have the money. I'm generally with expensive equipment like cameras and computers, I'm usually about 2 years behind on the newest technology, so not bad. If I could afford it, I would buy top of the line, but it takes a year, and that stuff is half price. So, and as cars go, I'm way older than that. I'm lucky if I can have a car that's 5 years old. So, number 9, do you rent or own your house? I rent. I've never owned a home, unfortunately, and that's one of my goals in my life before I die, is to own a home. Number 10, how would you describe your personality? I would say that I'm assertive, borderline aggressive at times. I'm somewhat hyperactive. Always thinking. Sometimes I'm hard to get along with, but most of my friends are lifelong friends, so I must have at least a few enduring qualities. And I think I'll leave it at that. Number 11, are your parents still alive? Yes, both of my parents are still alive. They're only in their mid-50s. I only have one grandparent left, and my grandmother died. My mother's mother died last year, and my dad's mother's still alive. Number 12, have you ever been out of your home country, and where? I'm from the United States, and I have never been out of the country. I've been fortunate enough to go to many places within the United States, which is a very large country, so I've been on both coasts, and probably been through 25 or 30 states, so I would like to leave the country someday, but there's much to explore here yet, so it's not a major goal for me to leave. Number 13, what languages do you speak? I only know English fluently. Like a lot of people, I can might muddle through some Spanish. Know a handful of words in French and Russian, but I could probably have a short conversation in Spanish only. Number 14, have you ever been in jail? Yes, unfortunately I have. The last time I was in jail was in 2003, and that was was the longest time I was in jail. It was for 6 days. And it was kind of a messed up situation. Bottom line is that I had an OWI from a few years previously and I hadn't paid on it. And they caught up with me and they kept me in jail for 6 days. And as soon as I was released, I made a payment plan and paid that thing off. Yeah, it was the longest 6 days of my life. Number 15. Have you ever committed a crime? What's your most serious offense? Yeah, I've committed crimes. Nothing in an aggressive nature. As I just said, I had an OWI about 10 years ago. Around that same time, I got a minor drug charge because, stupid me, I did some illegal drugs for a little while following my divorce. I was pretty messed up for a while, but been away from that stuff for a long time now. So an OWI and a drug charge is probably my most serious offenses. Number 16. How many siblings do you have? I have 2 younger sisters. Number 17. How many kids do you have? I have a daughter that's 16 from my first marriage. I have a son that's 5. And I have a daughter that's going to be born at the end of summer. Number 18. Name a talent or hobby you are good at. Excuse me. I'm good at drawing, writing stories or telling stories. I'm good with computer projects of all sorts. And just generally being pretty creative. Number 19. What is your marital status? Married. Long term. Number 20. Have you ever gone through a divorce? Yes. I was married in 1994, very young. And separated in 2001 and officially divorced in 2004. And this is probably going to be my last one to wrap things up. Number 21. What is the population of the city you live in? As I've said many times, the population of this town is about 10,000. It's not a large city by any means. It's about 6 square miles or so. I mean, definitely smaller towns about, but it's pretty small. Anyway, I really wish this cap would be lifted on me. If it did, this whisper would be very, very long because I wrote out 75 questions earlier and I only got to 21. So, I will probably do another whisper soon. And please, if you feel the urge, do a video response back. Because that's the main reason I'm doing these questions. So, thank you for listening, and